How's it going, guys and gals? So in today's very important video, I wanted to talk about the COVID-19 vaccine and talk about some of the differences between the COVID-19 vaccine and your standard flu shot, your standard vaccine. Now, first and foremost, I want to point out that I am not 100% anti-vaxxer. I do believe that for over the many, many years, with the advancement of medical technology, we have come a long way. With that being said, because COVID-19 is so new and because it's been fast-tracked, there are a lot more questions than answers. So in this video, I hope to hopefully give you the information and that you're equipped with so you can make an informed decision. So let's talk about a standard flu shot. So with the standard flu shot, there is a weakened version of a pathogen, which is basically like a germ, a foreign object, a foreign substance, a toxin that's purposely put into your body with the standard flu shot. And when it does that, it invokes an immune response called antibodies. And these antibodies are like your soldiers at war, your defense mechanism, your fighters. And these antibodies in your system help ward off when the flu comes, when the virus comes, and it helps fight off these viruses. Hence, you get a flu shot. That's your standard flu shot. With the COVID-19 vaccine, and you may have heard a little bit about it, but I'll go a little bit more in depth, but I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible so you stay on track. It's called a mRNA technology. That's a messenger RNA. And this modified, they call it modified, which I'll get to in a second, but this messenger RNA technology for the COVID-19 vaccine, this messenger RNA, it gets put into your cell. And when it gets put into your cell, it ends up invoking and produces these spike proteins. And these spike proteins end up producing an immune response, aka also known as it produces the antibodies similar to the regular flu shot. But the main difference is that your own cell, your DNA, creates these antibodies from within, and it's supposed to be an efficient and more effective way of fighting any viruses, in this case the COVID-19, from coming into your system. So you might be saying to yourself, well, what's the problem? If it's more efficient and it's safe, which I'm going to get into, what's the problem? But there's two fundamental potential problems that I've observed. One is that they call it modified messenger RNA, modified mRNA, meaning that the CDC states that the messenger RNA goes to the cell, but it doesn't go deep within the cell, meaning it doesn't go into the nucleus of the cell. Why is this important? This is what they state. I don't know if I 100% believe that. Because when it gets into the nucleus of your cell, the core portion of your cell, deep within the cell, that can alter and or permanently change your DNA. Now, when I say it can, I'm not 100% sure on it, but that is one of the main concerns. The CDC has stated that it's modified our mRNA, so it will not go into the nucleus of the cell. But it's too early, in my opinion. It's too early to make that 100% assertion that it cannot permanently or alter your DNA, and I don't think anybody wants that. The second main concern is if the messenger RNA, the modified mRNA, does not hit the intended target of the cell and it hits a different healthy cell, it can potentially cause mutations. What are the mutations? Cancer, potentially cause autoimmune diseases such as type 1 diabetes and lupus. Now, I'm not saying this 100% is going to happen. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but these are the potential challenges and concerns for many, many years, up to a decade, that these companies have not been able to make it as efficiently as possible. These are challenges, I should say, and hurdles that a lot of these companies for the past decade have not been able to perfect. And all of a sudden, a company called Moderna and Pfizer, I don't know much about Pfizer, but Moderna has been around a while and they have 0 products to date. And all of a sudden they have this one, they fast track a vaccine. It's like, oh, here it is. Brand new technology that's never been done on people in the masses, and we don't know the long-term side effects. Now, as I speak about this video, at the timing of this video, the clinical trials have indicated with the COVID-19 vaccine that there was about a 95%, 95% of people, during the clinical trials have not had any side effects and they've been okay. So you think you're just like, oh, only 5% chance of having some side effects, but you got to remember 5%, you got to weigh the pros and cons. So 5% if of 330 million, because Dr. Fauci wants everyone to get vaccinated, that's still 16.5 million people. So do you want to risk a 5% chance you get the COVID-19 vaccine, but there's a 5% chance it may alter and or permanently change your DNA and potentially cause cancer and or cause autoimmune disease, a 5% chance, take the COVID-19 vaccine? Or do you want to just risk the 0.3 chance of getting the COVID-19 and actually just recovering from it, from your own body's natural immune response? 0.3 or 5%. So with the vaccine, COVID-19, 5% chance, like I said, to 0.3 from naturally getting it and then getting herd immunity from the COVID. I'd rather take the 0.3. Sometimes the quote cure, in this case the COVID-19 vaccine is being portrayed as the cure. Sometimes the cure is worse than the disease. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. Sometimes I get too much in my head, and I kind of don't want to lose you guys and gals' attention if you made it this far. So hopefully this video makes sense. Those are the pros and cons. Let me know what you guys and gals think, and hopefully this video was helpful. I'll talk to you later. Bye.